All right, we're live.
People jumped on already. 20 people.
Where do you see it? That's all. That's through all the things.
That's the number of all three combined.
Yeah. Sound, but I'm not getting the music. I'm getting the ambient sound. Yeah.
On YouTube?
Huh?
On
Yeah.
YouTube?
Check Facebook. Yeah, it's natural sound. That's fine.
Remember he was getting big near the end?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Audio from this. The other box?
Good morning. We're pleased to announce that family and friends will be able to join our commencement ceremony virtually via our Christopher Columbus High School YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn channels. Please notify them to join us online, and then we kindly ask that you silence or turn off your cell phones for the ceremony. Thank you. Please stand and welcome the class of 2026 to the 68th commencement exercises of Christopher Columbus High School.
Kindly remain standing for the national anthem and invocation. Mr. Keith Cooper, Columbus Director of Music, accompanied by Adrian Fernandez, Alejandro Garcia, Luis Basso, Anthony Pomar, Ivan Pulido, and Kai Salcedo, will play our national anthem. Delivering this morning's invocation is an outstanding young man who represents the ideal synthesis of academic excellence, creative expression, and social consciousness. Our class of 2026 salutatorian is a scholar of profound depth. While his transcript is exceptional, he is defined less by his grades and more by his characters and convictions. A gifted musician and a board member of the award-winning Brothers of Benevolence, his insights reveal a soul deeply attuned to the world around him, especially to the voiceless, and most vulnerable among us who are seeking a path forward. He is a National Merit Finalist and will be studying finance at the University of Florida with a Presidential Scholarship, the Benaquisto Scholarship, and the Stamps Scholarship. Please welcome our class of 2026 salutatorian, Patricio del Castillo.
Thank you, sir. Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering us today for the commencement ceremony of the class of 2026. Lord, as we celebrate this day and the closure of this incredible and formative period of our lives, we are reminded of your promise in the book of the prophet Jeremiah. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. With this hope in our hearts, we look back with gratitude for all those who have come before us and helped pave the way for this class to succeed. We now pause to remember in prayer any family members or friends who could not be with us today, and to give thanks for the role they played in our journey. Lord, We also give thanks for all those who have accompanied us throughout our high school years, our families, our friends, our teachers, our coaches, and the Marist brothers whose guidance and support have shaped the class of 2026. We are grateful for the sacrifices they have made and for the countless ways they have helped form us within the Columbus Brotherhood. They have left an indelible mark in our lives, inspiring us to carry on the values of hard work, emotional maturity, and dedication. Heavenly Father, grant us the strength to remain faithful to the lessons we have learned at Columbus. Though we now go forward on many different paths, may we continue striving to be Marist men of faith and honor, committed to making the world better for those who will come after us. We ask this through Jesus Christ our Lord, by the intercession of Mary, our good mother. Amen. Saint Marshall and Champagnat, Mary, our good mother. And let us remember too, in the name of the Father and of the Holy Spirit, amen.
Thank you, Patricio. We may be seated. Leading our commencement exercises this morning, we recognize our president, Mr. Thomas Kruschek, our principal, Mr. David Pugh, and my fellow assistant principals, Dr. Juan Vila, academic dean, Ms. Christina Insua, Dean of Faculty, Mrs. Mercy Ericard, Dean of Data Analytics, and our Deans of Students, Mr. Alex Trujillo and Mr. Robert Linfors. Also present on stage are our school leaders in counseling, advancement, and finance. Finally, we recognize those members of our Columbus faculty and staff who share a truly special honor today as they join us to present their sons with their diplomas. To be an explorer is to understand a specific kind of chaos, often a unique brand of humor, and always an unbreakable bond. This year's Helmsman speaker has navigated our halls with a sharp eye for those in-between moments and the memories made during a change of periods, beyond the big events, and in the quiet growth of these formative years. He has been a vibrant presence as a leader in both athletics and service, yet when faced with unimaginable personal tragedy, he became for all of us the face of maturity, faith, and extraordinary resilience. A Silver Knight honorable mention in social studies, he has balanced academic prestige with a heart for his brothers. To steer our final moments together and reflect on the class of 2026, I introduce our 2026 Helmsman, Kevin Fernandez. Now, as most of you may know, Kevin and the volleyball teammates are currently in Winter Haven, Florida, competing for a historic state championship title. He truly wanted to deliver the Helmsman address in person, but anticipating a successful outcome from Thursday's match, he recorded his message just before heading out with the team. So class of 2026, you're Helmsman.
Good morning, President Kruschek, Principal Pugh, all Marist educators, and the class of 2026. My name is Kevin Fernandez, and I'm honored to be the class of 2026 Helmsman. After 4 years, 5 recipe changes to the Columbus cookies, countless times getting sniped by Brother Eladio's camera, and more than 15 7-day ChatGPT premium free trials, we made it. Graduation. Let that sink in. We made it. I'm honestly not sure how we did, but we're all here, I think. You know when people say your life flashes before your eyes? Well, for me, that happened junior year. For context, at Columbus, every year, we're required to meet with a brother at least once to talk about our faith. Well, God decided to really test mine that day. I had a meeting with Brother Tom right as the school went into lockdown. I remember sitting there, hearing the alarm go off over and over while Linforce's voice echoed through the speakers. This is not a test. Everybody was panicking, phones were blowing up, and people were terrified. Yet Brother Tom looked at me so calmly and asked, "So do you still want to talk about your faith?" I just looked at him and said, "Brother, really? Right now?" But amid the panic, something crazy happened. The last 4 years of my life flashed in front of me. My mind replayed freshman year, survival mode, back when we were baby freshmen, looking for the pool on the top of the L building, only to realize it didn't actually exist. Somehow, we were expected to get from the 3rd floor of the M building to the 4th floor of the L in just under 6 minutes. This meant that every single Columbus student unknowingly joined the track team. But somehow, even through the chaos, we figured it out. Some of us ended up on the back wall of the gym at Beach Bash. You tell that to a 14-year-old kid, obviously he's going to be pretty excited. We were also taught how to legally gamble. Sorry, I mean fundraise. Whether you were in Moss or in college prep, we were all connected by one thought: just survive. Well, and we did. And I remember during that lockdown, while everyone was trying to keep it together, my mind jumped to sophomore year, the chillest year. I remember Linforce at orientation explaining the Greek meaning of sophomore. Sophos meaning wise, and moros meaning foolish or moron. So basically, you looked at almost 500 15-year-old kids and told us that we were allowed to be morons? All right, bet. Obviously, we ran with that. Sophomore year was chaos in the most Columbus way possible. Then suddenly, my mind jumped again. Junior year, the year, where every teacher, every parent, every counselor, and basically every random adult suddenly became a college admissions expert. By the way, thank you guys. Super relaxing. Junior year felt like everybody was locked in. Pun intended. Except nobody actually knew what they were doing. AP classes, SAT tutoring, and pretending we understood whatever was happening in Foyle's class. And somehow, while Linforce's voice kept echoing through the speakers, "This is not a test," my brain wasn't thinking about panic anymore. I was thinking about waking up at 4 a.m. just so Mr. Garabedian wouldn't send me to Banyan for not having a parking decal. I was thinking about Thursdays, basically everybody's new favorite day of the week. And then my mind jumped one last time, to the future, to senior year, to the final chapter. Now we know. Common App, AP Classroom, and oh, of course, yeah, Heisman Mendoza. When Fernando Mendoza showed up on campus with that trophy, I realized something. We're genuinely in a cult, a real cult. And honestly, I love it, because nowhere else does an entire school become emotionally attached to a quarterback's nickname for months. Get the day off of school for a natty and free Taco Bell? That's a win. And where else do teachers decide with 6 months left of the school to install lockdown browser onto our on-campus when senioritis had already kicked in? Thankfully, nobody got hurt during the lockdown, but somehow Jake ended up at St. Brendan. But while I sat there during that lockdown hearing the same announcement over and over again, I realized something. All the things my mind kept going back to weren't the tests, weren't the grades, and wasn't our college decisions. It was the people, the TBK line, and the skip days. And I remember sitting there during that lockdown thinking about how weird it was that all of these random, stupid moments somehow became the memories that mean everything to us. Because that's what Columbus is. That's what brotherhood actually is. And I think we finally understand what Columbus meant by that word all these years later. Because brotherhood isn't just football games or the constant push between Marty and Dugard's class or the state championships. It's knowing that 10 years from now, you'll run into another Columbus guy at Publix or in the Grove on a Thursday night and instantly pick up the conversation like no time has ever passed. That's what Columbus gave us. Not just memories, not just championships, not just stress and cafeteria drama and the phone jail. It gave us people. People who became brothers. We leave with lifelong friendships, a true understanding of that brotherhood, and each of us, now a part of that brotherhood of 16,000 people, because Columbus has taught us how to survive. My dad, also a Columbus survivor, taught me this lesson. Always bet on yourself, because the entire brotherhood is betting on you. This is not a test, this isn't the end, and this is just the beginning. Thank you, and adelante.
We are very thankful to Kevin for this heartfelt message, and we wish him and the team success, Godspeed, and a safe return. And at this time, please join me in welcoming our principal, Mr. David Pugh, for his address to the class of 2026. Mr. Pugh.
Mr. Kruchek, administration, Marist brothers, faculty, staff, counselors, board members, parents, family members, and the class of 2026. 4 years ago, they arrived as boys with dreams of becoming explorers. Today, they leave as young men shaped by the Marist traditions, strengthened by adversity, inspired by victories, and transformed by the experiences that define them. Along the way, they forged an unbreakable brotherhood, a brotherhood rooted in faith, respect, integrity, and in love. In an inclusive community that values every voice and embraces diversity, they learned that true strength is found not only in standing beside one another, but in lifting one another up and celebrating our differences. And now they leave prepared for the future, not only ready to succeed, but ready to serve and ready to lead. Marked by courage, discipline, and a relentless competitive spirit, they leave behind not just memories, but a lasting legacy of excellence. So today, we celebrate the class of 2026. You now join more than 17,000 distinguished Explorer alumni, a proud brotherhood of men who came before you and helped pave the way for future generations. Gentlemen, as we celebrate your outstanding achievements today, never forget to recognize those who have been most instrumental in your journey. Your parents, family members, teachers, mentors, coaches, counselors, and friends who supported you, challenged you, prayed for you, and believed in you along the way. Each of them has contributed to your growth and development, helping shape the young man you are today. They invested countless hours, unwavering support, sacrifice, and love. They stood beside you in moments of success and in moments of struggle. They encouraged you when you doubted yourself, held you accountable when you needed direction, and always continued to believe in you. So do not let this moment pass without gratitude. Take the time, sincerely thank them. Thank them and let them know what they meant to you today and always. And to our parents, we thank you for entrusting Christopher Columbus High School with the formation of your sons. You chose a Catholic Marist all-boys school committed not only to academic excellence, but to developing men of character, confidence, and purpose. You entrusted our Marist educators to reinforce strong values, provide direction, and help your sons navigate the challenges and influences of today's world. Committed to the mission of St. Marcelin Champagne, we promise to love them all equally, to support them, challenge them, and walk beside them throughout this journey. Thank you for your trust, your sacrifice, and your unwavering support. The class of 2026 will not only be remembered for being the largest class in school history, but more importantly, for its impact. You raised the standard academically, athletically, spiritually, and through service to others. With the support of our outstanding college counselors, you earned more than $30 million in scholarships and over 2,000 college acceptances across 4 countries during one of the most competitive admission cycles in recent history. You explored 7 career pathways, including an EMT and a real estate program that prepared you for state certification, while externships and guest speakers provided invaluable real-world experience. More than 130 seniors earned recognition from the College Board, including 18 students honored in the National Merit Scholarship Program and 6 seniors achieving the distinction of National Merit Finalists. 206 seniors were recognized by the ACT for outstanding academic achievement, including 5 who earned perfect scores, while 295 seniors, nearly 62% of the class, qualified for the Florida Bright Future Scholarship. A new record, 306 students completed more than 1,300 AP exams with a pass rate exceeding 90%. Phenomenal. Beyond the classroom, 397 seniors earned a combined 7,248 college credits through our dual enrollment program. We are especially proud of Lucas De La Torre and Justin Licados, who will represent our school at the United States Naval Academy and the United States Military Academy, respectively. Athletically, this senior class elevated a program already recognized among the nation's most respected. Built on a tradition of excellence, elite coaching, and world-class facilities, our seniors earned more individual and team state championships than any class before them. Led by McDonald's All-American, Gatorade, and Florida Player of the Year, Caleb Gaskins, our basketball team captured a 5th consecutive state championship and 2 national titles. Our soccer team secured their 2nd state championship in school history and was celebrated at New Stadium as one of the best soccer teams in the state of Florida, even earning recognition from Lionel Messi as he threw up the C. And today, for the first time in school history, our volleyball team will compete for its 1st state championship. Two-sport athlete Alec Cruz left his mark on both baseball and our back-to-back state championship track and field teams. Well done. Baseball, bowling, cross-country, golf, lacrosse, volleyball, swimming, tennis, water polo, weightlifting, and wrestling. They all competed for district championships and proudly represented Christopher Columbus High School for distinction. Collectively, the class of 2026 contributed to 18 GMAC championships, 33 district championships, 14 regional championships, 9 state championships, 2 national championships, and more than 24 individual state titles, including Gianluca Padilla's 2 gold medals just last week. We also proudly recognize the 27 seniors who earned athletic scholarships and will continue competing at the collegiate level next year, as well as those who represented Columbus on our ice hockey team and the Miami Rowing Club. So your legacy would reach far beyond trophies and banners. Guided by the Marist mission, you completed more than 81,000 service hours. Under the guidance of Ms. G and the leadership of Senior Sebastian Tamayo, our LINK program supported inclusion within our special needs community by hosting several events for the students of Great Heights Academy. Dr. Burris and the Patriot Club supported veterans, and the Black Student Organization consistently served the youth of South Florida community. You fed the homeless, raised awareness for autism, donated blood, built homes in Costa Rica, served refugees in El Paso, and brought running water to the communities in the Dominican Republic. You also stood behind causes such as Castaways Against Cancer, Live Like Bella, Love Like Lucy, Sebastian Strong, Sophia's Hope, Be the Light, Support the Troops, and the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Brother Al ensured that your influence extended far beyond our campus, touching lives across South Florida, throughout the nation, around the world, in Jamaica, Venezuela, Liberia, Madagascar, and India. You proved that leadership is not measured by popularity or recognition, but by the impact you have on the lives of others. You became living examples of the Marist spirit, men committed to moral justice, compassion, and service to those less fortunate. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? The class of 2026 proudly answered that question with action, as this year 4 seniors earned the prestigious rank of Eagle Scout, and 15 members of the class of 2026 were nominated for the highly respected Silver Knight Awards, one of South Florida's most distinguished recognitions of academic excellence, leadership, and service. We proudly congratulate all of our nominees, our 4 honorable mentions, and Silver Knight winner, Juan Alvarez. Our Marist brothers and team of campus ministers help strengthen your relationship with God through guidance and meaningful conversation, through retreats, masses, Marist youth, campus ministry, and the service learning experiences. Many of you deepened your faith and discovered greater purpose. You became living examples of St. Marcelin Champagnat's vision and Columbus's mission. Many of you received the sacrament of confirmation, while others stepped forward as Eucharistic ministers and retreat leaders. And now, under the leadership of Mr. Pino, Faith and Mission created new opportunities to evangelize and inspire our campus community. Squires, Key Club, SAD, and Stand for the Silent made a meaningful impact in our school and others, while more than 100 clubs created opportunities for you to lead, serve, and grow beyond the classroom, delivering HIP presentations to your peers, raising awareness of abuse and exploitation through BRAVE, supporting the Blackfeet tribe in Montana, practicing mindfulness with OB, fishing in Guatemala with Coach Dukes, or traveling to Japan, Germany, London, or Switzerland. Your experiences expanded your perspective and strengthened your understanding of the world around you. With strong and consistent senior leadership from Morgan, Nicholas, Adrian, Rodolfo, and Lucas, CCNN continued its legacy by winning its 4th consecutive STN National Championship, solidifying its place as the best high school broadcast program in the country. The yearbook staff earned the Sunshine Standout Award, one of the highest honors a Florida student media program can receive. And the Log continues to publish and print with professionalism while being recognized as an all-Florida publication for the first time. FBLA made history. Esports introduced their first 2 senior scholarship recipients, and robotics earned their first trip to Worlds. Your competitive spirit brought state and national recognition to our debate team, film club, drama, Model UN, DECA, and Miami-Dade mock trial programs. Under Mr. Cooper's direction, our band performed at masses and every major event, including 2nd place at the jazz competition in New York City. And of course, SAC offered unforgettable pep rallies, beach bash, homecoming, grad bash, prom, battle of the sexes, and our first senior camping trip. You also experienced a Heisman-winning visit from Fernando Mendoza, dancing lessons with Our Lady of Lourdes, and an exchange day with Carrollton, ending with an early morning barbecue breakfast on our final day of school. There were many intentional programs and resources that supported you and fostered the bonds of your brotherhood. Whether through the Moss Family Program, the Desmond Center for Success, college and career, campus ministry, or student activities, you were consistently provided with engaging opportunities to grow, lead, and connect while being supported, encouraged, challenged, and at times disciplined by an extraordinary team of administrators, teachers, school counselors, and Marist educators. Now, sure, gentlemen, it wasn't always perfect. I understand that. But one day you'll realize it was the little things about Columbus that you may miss the most. Like those 5:30 a.m. practices, fighting for parking spots, the constant sound of construction, lunch in the cafeteria, cell phone pouches, razors and shaving cream, working for Mr. Trujillo, and of course Mr. Linfors reminding you to wear your shoes like a man, take out the trash, and don't forget to give your mom a kiss. Gentlemen, today begins the true test of the men you have become. As one door closes, others open. Trust that in moments of uncertainty, faith will guide you. In challenge, discipline will sustain you. And in success, your character will define you. Be men who lead with conviction and serve with dignity. Do not be afraid of failure. Failure is not weakness, it is part of your growth. Stay resilient, stay adaptable, and keep learning. What matters most is that you continue moving forward as passionate servant leaders. The class of 2026 is confident, resilient, and determined. You carried yourselves with pride, competed with passion, and strengthened this brotherhood in ways that will leave a lasting impact on our school for years. Now go out and lead with compassion and change the world for the better, because that's what explorers do. May God continue to guide you, protect you, and bless you always. Gentlemen, adelante. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Keith Cooper, Kai Salcedo, and the Explorer Band performing with a little help from my friend.
I sang out of tune. Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Yeah, have a little help from my friends. Yeah, have a little help from my friends. Have a little help from my friends. Do my love, it goes away. Does it worry me to be all alone? Oh no. How do I feel at the end of the day? Am I sad because I'm all alone? Now have a little help from my friends. Yeah, have a little help from my friends. Have a little help from my friends. Need somebody to love. Can it be anybody? I need somebody to love. Love. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cooper and the band. At this time, we would like to present the awards for the class of 2026. The awards to be presented honors the standards of excellence our graduates have begun to seek in life. They're also a testament to the respect and brotherhood that drives these young men to achieve greatness together. Our top academic honors recognize the exceptional dedication and sustained excellence required to maintain the highest cumulative grade point averages over the course of 4 years. To ensure that every recipient's name is heard and honored by their family and peers, we kindly ask that you hold your applause until the presenters congratulates the group. The gold medal for general excellence is presented to our valedictorian, Antonio Santamaria. And the silver medal for general excellence is awarded to our salutatorian, Patricio del Castillo. In theology, we present the gold medal to Michael Alcisi and the second in merit to Alexander Fernandez. For exceptional achievement in English, the gold medal is awarded to Alexander Marquez and the second in merit to Andre Concepcion. For excellence in social studies, the gold medal recipient is Antonio Santamaria, joined by second in merit winner Eli Sarote. Finally, in the media arts, our gold medalist is Brandon Pinedo, joined by Brian Besh for the second in merit medal. Congratulations, gentlemen.
In the field of science, the gold medal is conferred upon Patricio del Castillo and the second in merit to Manuel Torres. For mathematics, our gold medalist is Adrian Garcia, and our second in merit recipient is Javier Bichara. In computer science, we recognize gold medalist Manuel Marin and second in merit recipient Lucas Dragseth. For engineering, the gold medal is awarded to Juan Frampton and the second in merit to Michael Penton. And in business and entrepreneurship, the gold medal is presented to Max Gonzalez and the second in merit to Dylan Vertesh. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Individual arts. The gold medal is awarded to Luca Bali and second in merit to Ethan Barosela. Followed by the performing arts, where the gold medal is earned by Adrian Fernandez and the second in merit by Kai Salcedo. In our World Languages department, a gold medal in French is conferred upon Daniel Alejandro Gonzalez, with the second in merit awarded to Federico Yaguno. In Spanish, the gold medal goes to Aaron Collins and the second in merit to Gabriel Diaz. Finally, in Heritage Spanish, we recognize gold medalist Sebastián López and second in merit recipient Diego Andrés Pradilla. Congratulations, gentlemen.
The Columbus STEM Innovator Recognition Program promotes excellence across the disciplines of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The distinction recognizes students who have completed a minimum of 4 STEM, AP, or honors courses, excelled in competition, and remained active in the STEM honor societies and clubs. The award is in the form of a certificate, a copy of Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, and a $2,000 scholarship towards their post-secondary education. And I would like to express our deepest thanks to the alumni classes of 1984, 1995, 2005, and 2018 for generously supporting this year's STEM Scholarship Award. At this time, please join me in honoring our outstanding Columbus STEM innovators, Andres Vidal Ibarra and Adrian Weinstein.
The legacy of Sebastian Ortiz from the class of 2018 extends beyond Columbus. His journey brought to light the unique challenges facing kids with cancer and the urgent need for dedicated research and resources. To honor Sebastian's life and character, a $2,500 scholarship and plaque are presented to a student who has demonstrated excellence in science and whose life and career goals promise to continue the fight. We are pleased to recognize a young man who embodies a relentless work ethic and profound empathy for the vulnerable. Through his training in our EMT program, his internship at Baptist Hospital, and his service in the rural areas of the Dominican Republic, he has shown that a true healer must possess the discipline to learn and the resilience to act. As the founder of BRAVE, an initiative dedicated to fighting violence and exploitation, he has proven that he is not afraid to confront the world's most difficult challenges. For his extraordinary commitment to the 2 pillars of medicine, clinical excellence, and community-driven purpose, we proudly recognize Andrés Rossi Montero. Sanchez was a career mechanical engineer who retired to pursue his lifelong dream, teaching. As an AP Physics teacher at Columbus, he bridged the real world with the classroom, sharing the beauty of science until his passing in 2021. While this year's recipient is currently away representing the Christopher Columbus High School in the state championship volleyball finals, we honor him today for his academic brilliance and his quiet commitment to the values Mr. Sanchez held dear. In absentia, but with tremendous school pride, we present this year's Rudy Sanchez Memorial Award to Julian Jimenez.
The Marist Brothers USA Province Green Initiative Award celebrates efforts that demonstrate a profound commitment to ecology and sustainability. This work directly aligns with Pope Francis's encyclical Laudato Si and its urgent call to care for our common home. We look with admiration upon three remarkable young men who have become passionate advocates for our planet. Together, they have pioneered a new era of student-led engagement, collaborating with the highest levels of leadership within the Marist Province to create lasting change. It is with great pride that we present the Green Initiative Award to John Allen, Andres Vidal Ibarra, and Adrian Weinstein.
This year marks the 43rd anniversary of the United States of America's President Education Awards program. Both the Excellence and Achievement Awards consist of a sealed certificate signed by the President of the United States, the Secretary of Education, and our school principal. We are proud to honor the following students who have achieved excellence through sustained hard work, tenacity, and perseverance during their 4 years of high school. Gentlemen, please stand as I call your name for each award. You will receive your certificate next week enclosed with your transcript. Everyone, kindly hold your applause until all the names have been called. The President's Award for Educational Excellence is presented to Kevin Aguilar, Juan Alvarez, Marco Aranegui. Gentlemen, please stand. Kevin Aguilar, Juan Alvarez, Marco Aranegui, Sebastian Betancourt, Javier Bichara, Carlos Blanche, Michael Burke, Ignacio Chazarreta, Andre Concepcion, Jack DeChurch, Patricio del Castillo, Nicolás del Toro, Gunnar Dennis, Nicolás Espinosa, Alexander Fernandez, Felipe Fernandez, Juan Frampton, Adrian Garcia, Andrew Garcia, Roy Garcia, Jacobo Giraldo, Daniel Alejandro Gonzalez, Max Gonzalez, Michael Gonzalez, Marcos Gritini, Carlos Gutierrez, Lucas Hernandez, Julian Jimenez, Andrew King, Lucas Malabet, Adrian Mireles, Alejandro Menendez, Isaac Menendez, Alejandro Miranda, John Norman, Michael Osisi, Nicholas Pajes, Lucas Perez Soto, Anthony Pomar, Christopher Ponce, Jake Reed, Christopher Rett, Kai Salcedo, Antonio Santamaria, Eli Sarote, Nicholas Siman, Esteban Torres, Manuel Torres, and Dylan Vertesh. Congratulations, gentlemen. Please be seated. The Presidential Educational Achievement Award is presented to the following students. Gentlemen, please stand as I call your name, and we kindly ask that everyone hold your applause until all the students are recognized. Ethan Barosela, Samuel Barreiro, Christopher Becerro, Saul Bertolotti, Ethan Borjas, Dylan Bracci, Alejandro Broche, Dylan Cajigal, Michael Castillo, Hunter Connell, Carson Cooper, Carlos de Armas, Philip Dillon, Nicholas Dovales, Ethan Exposito, Kevin Fernandez, Nat Frampton, Alejandro Garcia, Rainier Garrido, Julian Gomez, Austin Gonzalez, Jorge Gonzalez, Rodolfo Gonzalez, Gabriel Grau, Marcellus Jackson, Sean James, Isaac Lane, Alexander Lopez, Sebastian Lopez, Kamari Marseilles, Alexander Marquez, Luis Molina, Adrian Perez, Brandon Piñeiro, Sebastian Pujol, Lucas Recio, Aiden Siverio, Jacob St. Aubin, Sebastián Tamayo, Brandon Torano, Joseph Triana, William Vilkening, Weston Zamora, and William Zayas. Congratulations, gentlemen. The Explorer Cross of Honor Award is presented in memory of Danny Quesada, an exceptional young man from the class of 2019 and a model of courage, faith, and resilience. The award recognizes a student who has remained a positive influence in the face of adversity and achieved great success through resilience and strength of character. We are very happy to present the Explorer Cross of Honor Award to two fine young men, Weston Zamora and Kevin Fernandez. We continue to wish Kevin well in the volleyball finals. Among the achievements celebrated this morning, Columbus is honored to recognize the responsibility, commitment, and persistence required to maintain a perfect attendance record for all 4 years of high school. We are pleased to acknowledge two very promising young men who, despite challenges in health, weather, and transportation, attained this rare distinction. It is a privilege to present the Columbus Perfect Attendance Award to Christopher Ponce and Manuel Segurola.
At the core of St. Martin Champagne's vision for the Marist brothers is the principle that to educate is to make good Christians and virtuous citizens. Honoring this trust, the Marist Heart Award is presented to a young man who has consistently lived out his Catholic values through servant leadership, recognizing a life that is rooted in faith, centered in love, and expressed through selfless service to his brothers. This year's recipient lives this mission with a depth and authenticity that inspires us all. At the heart of his work is a simple and beautiful desire to share Christ. Reflecting on his journey in peer ministry, he shared, "I could not keep growing my faith and not share it. I joined campus ministry to spread that faith and live it out in my community with my brothers here at Columbus." For living a life centered in the heart of Christ and poured out in service to his Marist family, we are proud to present this Marist Heart Award to Esteban Torres.
Explorers distinguish themselves through academic excellence, school involvement, and a deep commitment to the community. The marks of a Marist student call our graduates to be more than witnesses. They are called to be servant leaders and agents of justice and service, who embody St. Martin Champagne's vision of virtuous citizenship and concern for the least favored. Today, we recognize a group of students who have far exceeded the graduation requirement by completing over 300 hours of community service. Gentlemen, while you will receive your formal certificates with your transcript next week, we wish to honor you now. Please stand as your name is called, and I would ask the audience to kindly hold your applause until the entire group has been recognized. Alejandro Acosta, Brian Besh, Fernando Bermudez, Giacomo Botteri, Dylan Broswell, Jake Brosset, Luis Pedro Caicedo, Aaron Callejo, Rodrigo Caraballo, Gabriel Chamas, Ignacio Casareta, Aaron Collins, Pax Cortizas, Lucas de la Torre, Nicholas del Toro, Mario Demonte, Noah Estep, Joseph Fernandez, Adrian Foster, Juan Frampton, Lucas Franchek, Patrick Gonzalez, Emilio Gonzalez, Mauricio Gonzalez, Max Gonzalez, Michael Gonzalez, Carlos Gutierrez, John Hernandez, Gabriel Kashabiji, Christopher Kopek, Sebastian Lopez Siles, Rafael Martinez, Sebastian Navarro, Manuel Palomino, Ashton Paredes, Luis Perez, Michael Perez, Lucas Porro, David Reinau, Brian Ramirez, Jake Reed, Vincenzo Rotuno, Luke Smith, Nicholas Solar, Sebastián Tomayo, Eduardo Travieso, Robert Vallejo, Andrés Vergara, Dylan Vertech, Andres Vidal, and Andre Ward. Congratulations, gentlemen. You may be seated. The Marist Servant Leader Award honors students who embody the spirit of St. Martin Champagne through humble and wholehearted service. It recognizes those who lead through the quiet strength of compassion, a constant presence to others, and a deep commitment to our mission of making Jesus Christ known and loved. This year, we recognize two young men who have redefined what it means to be an agent of justice and service. While their paths have been unique, they are united by the shared devotion to the Vatican's Laudato Si goals, answering both the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor. Together, these students represent the full breadth of Marist leadership. They have demonstrated that protecting God's creation is inseparable from serving our community's most vulnerable. Whether pioneering a circular economy that diverted thousands of pounds of waste from our landfills, or dedicating over 1,500 hours to feeding the homeless and supporting those with special needs, their actions speak a common language, the language of the gospel. By turning faith into tangible action and protecting our common home, while fostering a genuine family spirit among those at the margins, they have become transformative stewards of the Marist mission. They have not only led by example, but they have inspired all of us to place the needs of others before our own. For their unwavering commitment to being empowered witnesses of faith and peace, we are proud to present the Marist Servant Leader Award to Sebastián López Siles and Andrés Vidal Ibarra.
Today is Armed Forces Day, a time to recognize and thank men and women who have answered the call to serve something greater than themselves. Right now, over 2 million Americans are in uniform, serving across the world, protecting our freedoms, and standing guard over the values we hold dear. Their sacrifice and the sacrifice of their families makes it possible for all of us to be here today, celebrating, learning, and looking ahead to our futures. At Columbus, we are proud of the men who have gone on to wear that uniform
and of those who may one day choose that path. So today, we don't just recognize them, we honor them. To every soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, Guardian, and Coast Guardsman, thank you for your service, your courage, and your sacrifice. We are proud of you. If we have any veterans or active duty members of the United States Armed Forces with us today, please stand so we may recognize you and thank you. Selection for appointment to a United States Service Academy is a rigorous process that demands the highest levels of academic excellence, physical fitness, and moral character. We are honored to announce that this year, 2 of our graduates have earned appointments to our nation's service academies. Gentlemen, as I call your name and academy, please stand and remain standing. Lucas De La Torre, the United States Naval Academy. Justin Lacados, the United States Military Academy. We wish these explorers Godspeed as they begin a journey of duty, honor, and service to our nation. Gentlemen, we thank you for your commitment to our country. Sponsored by the National Association of Secondary School Principals, the American Citizens Award aims to recognize model students who exhibit outstanding citizenship and show a positive attitude toward classmates and their community. We honor the following students for inspiring and encouraging other students and all of us to become better citizens. Gentlemen, as I call your name, please stand to be recognized. You will receive your certificate next week with your transcripts. Everyone, kindly hold your applause until all names have been called. Alejandro Acosta, John Allen, Ethan Barosella, Lucas Batalla, Christopher Becedo, Javier Bichara, Ethan Borjas, Oscar Brannon, Nicholas Buitrago Ballesteros, Christian Cabrera de Grassi, Xavier Cabrera de Grassi, Sebastian Canto, Mateo Caro, Michael Castillo, Hunter Connell, Carson Cooper, Jeremiah Cooper, Lucas De La Torre, Rafael Diaz, Philip Dillon, Nicholas Dovales, Lucas Easley, Ethan Exposito, Alexander Fernandez, Kevin Fernandez, Matthew Fernandez, Gabriel Garcia, Jacob Geraldo, Austin Gonzalez, Felix Gonzalez, Mauricio Gonzalez, Max Gonzalez, Rodolfo Gonzalez, Gabriel Grau, Tristan Handal, Jake Ibarra, Benjamin Inguanzo, Marcellus Jackson, Gabriel Kasibji, Alexander Lopez, Sebastian Lopez, Lazaro Medina, Luis Molina, Roberto Aryarzin, Jacob Phillips, Diego Andres Pradilla, Javier Ramos Jake Reed, Eli Sarote, Jacob St. Aubin, Onesimus Stockton, Sebastian Tamargo, Sebastian Tamayo, Esteban Torres, Joseph Triana, William Wilkening, Weston Zamora. Congratulations, gentlemen. The American Legion is built on a promise from men and women who swore with their lives to defend and protect the United States through military service. The promise begins at enlistment, grows through training and discipline in the United States Armed Forces, and continues after discharge as veterans in service to community, state, and nation. Columbus High School proudly singles out students exhibiting the high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service. Qualities that are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement to our society. On behalf of the American Legion, Columbus High School proudly recognizes from the class of 2026, Anthony Calvino, Santiago Gonzalez Yanez, and Andres Felipe Vergara.
The Student Athlete Sportsmanship Award recognizes the student who best exemplifies character, integrity, and sportsmanship. This year's recipient is a rare four-year varsity starter for our soccer program, earning all-date honors every single year of his career. Columbus's first ever Gatorade Player of the Year nominee in soccer. He is described by his coach as a young man who, through the quiet power of his dedication, led his team to a state championship. The Student Athlete Sportsmanship Award is presented to Sebastian Tamargo. The Marcelin Champagne Athletic Award is presented to a student athlete who pairs exceptional prowess with exemplary leadership and a profound dedication to serving others. Recognized as one of the most resilient athletes to ever wear the Explorer uniform, he consistently played through adversity and injury, never wavering in his commitment to the team. He holds his teammates accountable in the classroom, on the court, and, most importantly, in those moments when no one is watching. The Columbus standout earned numerous elite honors this season, included being named the Florida Gatorade Player of the Year, Florida Dairy Farmers Mr. Basketball Award winner, and a McDonald's All-American. He was also recognized as the Miami Herald-Dade Boys Basketball 7A to 4A Player of the Year and selected to the USA Today 25-26 All-USA Southeast Boys Basketball Team. Nationally ranked as a top 10 prospect in his class, he was chosen to participate in the prestigious 2026 Nike Hoop Summit and will also attend the USA Basketball U18 training camp in Colorado Springs next week. In the fall, he will continue his academic and basketball career at the University of Miami, where we hope to see him play. You'll be right out there. It is with great pride that we present the Marshall Champagne Athletic Award to Caleb Gaskins. The Explorer Athlete of the Year recognizes the pinnacle of excellence both on and off the field. This year's recipient defines multi-sport dominance. After competing in the regional baseball games on a Friday night and Saturday morning, he arrived at the regional track meet just 1 hour later and qualified in 4 separate events for the state championship. Described by his coaches as both selfless and the most incredible high school athlete they have ever seen, he is the embodiment of team-oriented greatness. He also intends to pursue his academic and athletic career here at the University of Miami. The Explorer Athlete of the Year Award is presented to Alec Cruz. John Scott Mounts, class of 1980, was a standout explorer who credited his success to the foundation built by the Marist brothers. Honoring his memory, his family established this award to recognize a senior who embodies that same strength of character. A young man of immense patience and faith, this year's recipient represents the tireless work ethic John Mounts valued so deeply. This trait played out decisively on the pitch as he blocked the critical penalty kicks needed to defeat the #1 team in the nation and pave the way for his team to win the state soccer championship. Having masterfully balanced the rigors of academics and elite athletics, he was named a Miami Herald Scholar Athlete finalist and will continue his academic studies at Boston College. We are proud to present the John S. Mounts Memorial Award to Nicholas Simon.
Along with the development of the mind, an education for life should challenge a person to draw from his deepest resources, not only to fulfill himself, but also to be a positive force amongst others, to be for others, to be a leader. As the graduates of 2026 depart as Explorer alumni, we pay tribute to that challenge well met. The Julio Portela Explorer Leadership Award is presented to a graduate who, in the opinion of the faculty, best represents those qualities of leadership and concern for others that Columbus hopes will characterize the future of each alumnus. Julio Portela was a dear friend and a great, great teammate. Although it's been 50 years since we lost him to that horrible lightning strike during football practice, his 1978 classmates think of Julio often and remember him fondly. As we continue to age, Julio remains forever young, forever 15. And it's very special that Julio's grandnephew, Christian Jimenez, is graduating today. This year's recipient is a Silver Knight nominee, a National Merit Commended Scholar, the Moss Senior Class Representative, and Student Alumni Ambassador. It is an honor to present this award on Julio's behalf to Max Gonzalez.
The highest honor we bestow upon a graduate is the Marist Achievement Medal. Cast in the image of St. Marcel in Champagne, this medal is awarded to a student who has mastered the delicate balance of academic excellence, leadership, and a deep commitment to service. Above all, it recognizes one who has allowed the gospel to form his mind, his heart, and especially his everyday behavior. This year's recipient arrived at Columbus as a self-described outsider, a young man searching for direction and a sense of belonging. Over 4 years, he transitioned from the quiet shadows of the classroom to the very heart of our community. His journey reached a turning point during his senior encounter where he moved beyond the search for faith and stepped into the reality of God's presence. Inspired by the Gospel of Matthew, he came to understand that light is not something we keep, but something we become. With newfound humility, he has lived out the role of a true leader and has proven that the past is not something to hide from, but the very foundation God uses to build a life of purpose. It is with profound satisfaction that we present the Marist Achievement Medal to Jacob St. Aubin. As we honor the achievements of our fine young men in the graduating class of 2026, we also take time to recognize and celebrate the dedication of our faculty and staff. As professionals, their greatest joy is seeing that all of you young men succeed and find happiness in life. As Marist educators, they hope that you find this happiness every time you make Jesus Christ known and loved. The Noble Life Award honors this sustained and exemplary commitment to the finest education possible. The hallmarks of this award are the 3 violets of our Marist tradition and a life quote from our beloved Saint Brother Eugene, in whose honor this award is presented. The violets speak of patiently allowing the action of God to work through us, seeking to do good quietly. As Brother Eugene's words, as much as his life, are a testament to the Marist way of educating. A mind made noble leads a noble life. The Columbus community takes great pride in recognizing one of our longest serving and most devoted Marist educators. In the true Marist fashion, through presence, simplicity, a tremendous love of work, and genuine education to fostering family spirit in the way of Mary, this person has and continues to make a difference in the success of our students, our faculty, our staff, and our alumni. After 54 years at Christopher Columbus High School, having faithfully served our community in numerous roles, his legacy is woven into the very fabric of our community. He began in the classroom as a teacher of Latin and mathematics, but soon became a commanding presence beyond the lectern. As head varsity basketball coach and dean of students, he was known for a unique brand of tough love, pushing explorers to excel in their studies and their sport, but more importantly, in the integrity they carried into their lives. As principal, and eventually as our first president, serving with an intensity of vision for nearly 2 decades, he shaped the modern era of our school. Yet through every title and every decade, his motivation never wavered. A heart for our students and a soul dedicated to the Marist mission. He has been our architect, our mentor, our greatest advocate, and he is my friend as well. Beyond the titles, it is the spirit which he serves that truly defines him. Who can forget him leading his iconic "Give me a C" chant at pep rallies and alumni events, perfectly capturing his unique ability to unite the Columbus community. His colleagues describe him simply as Mr. Columbus, an identity earned through decades of tireless dedication to the brotherhood. A fundraiser like no other, he has inspired people to give generously to our school's future, ensuring that generations of young men will continue to benefit from a Marist education. This year marks a significant moment of transition for a lifetime dedicated to extraordinary service. And yet we know that he will continue to be a lasting presence at Columbus, reminding us that his vocation was never simply a role, but a way of life. It is my distinct pleasure to present this year's Noble Life Award to the steady heart of Columbus, a man of faith and a brother to us all, Brother Kevin Handebode. Brother, please join us on stage. This morning, we would also like to recognize the enduring legacy of 3 retiring members of our community. Their combined impact is measured not just in years, but in decades of unwavering devotion to our explorers. They stand as a living testament to St. Marcel and Champagne's vision for educators, to be a constant presence that makes Jesus Christ known and loved. Dr. Osenda Folch has been a valued member of our World Languages Department for over 10 years. A native of Spain, she has brought an authentic passion for language and culture into her classroom, consistently inspiring her students to achieve the highest levels of success in AP Spanish and the Spanish Honor Society she has led for many years. As she begins this new chapter, we wish her the well-deserved joy of more time with her grandchildren. Cindy, for your commitment to excellence and heart for our school, we invite you to come forward and receive a token of our deep appreciation. Dr. Osenda Folch. Mr. Adam Scholler, a proud member of the class of 1981, has dedicated his career to forming confident young men. As our longtime speech teacher and master storyteller, he bridged the gap between Columbus lore and Columbus learning. His versatility during these past 38 years is unmatched, from leading the log and drama programs to coaching Scholler's Bowlers to a state championship in 1999. This achievement earned him multiple Miami Herald All-Day Coach of the Year honors and induction into our Athletic Hall of Fame. As a dedicated member of the Castaways Against Cancer since 2007, he has taken part in the annual 160-mile kayaking journey from Miami to Key West over nearly 20 years. He has individually raised over $100,000 in honor of the many friends and family members who have battled cancer. Adam, in gratitude for your many years of devoted service and care, please join us on stage. Mr. Adam Scholler. Dr. E. Carter Burris, class of 1962, holds a singular place in our history. In 1969, he became the first alumnus to return as a faculty member, sparking a tradition that now sees nearly 65% of our teachers as Columbus graduates. A two-time Hall of Famer, he has served our Columbus community as a football coach, department leader, founder of the Patriot Club, director of the Moss program, and most recently, as a freshman counselor. He also holds the school's bench press record, making him quite literally the strongest explorer to ever walk these halls. The perpetual oak tree on our campus stands in his honor, a fitting tribute to a man whose roots run deep and whose legacy is truly unshakable. Carter, we are deeply indebted for your lifelong education to Columbus. Please, thank you very much for all that you've done for us. Please join us on stage to accept a token of our appreciation. Dr. Carter Burris.
As the class of 2026 ventures forth to new challenges, it is with great pleasure that I introduce this year's valedictorian. Excellence in service to others is what best distinguishes this brilliant and humble young man. He possesses that rare scholarly instinct, not just to learn, but to understand and channel his knowledge into responsible, compassionate choices for the world. He has the unique ability to explain the biochemical foundations of nutrition, then pivot seamlessly to the moral obligations of healthcare in underserved communities. As a catechist, he has helped younger students experience faith as something joyful and rooted in belonging. In the fall, he will be attending the University of Miami, where he will pursue global health studies and anthropology. Along with being named a Singer Scholar, he enters the university as a member of both the Foote Fellows and the Da Vinci Honors Program. Please join me in welcoming a truly exceptional explorer, our 2026 valedictorian, Antonio Santamaria.
Good morning. Thank you to our principal, Mr. Pugh, and our president, Mr. Kruchek, alongside all the administrators that allow me to be on this very stage and address my fellow explorers. Most of all, I want to thank my parents, Mami and Papi, les amo muchísimo, and all the other family here present supporting me. I want you to take a moment and look around this room. The lights, the banners, the rows of chairs, the cords and the medals adorning our necks, and all of us decked out in our navy blue cap and gowns. None of this is mere coincidence or accident. Someone prepared this moment. Someone made room for it. And it has me thinking about one of the most profound things someone can do: set the table. Setting the table is often overlooked because it happens before the main course, where the conversation begins, food is heaped onto plates, and drinks begin to flow. However, its true importance is underscored at this moment. It is deliberate work. It is quiet work. It confirms that this moment matters, that these people gathered here matter. You only take out the fine china, the silk napkins, and labor over a show-stopping dessert if you believe the guests arriving are worth preparing for. In this way, setting the table is in itself an act of service. Community doesn't happen by mere chance or accident. Rather, someone has to be willing to set the table. The world we now enter isn't very good at teaching us that lesson. It excels at teaching us to hide behind our Snapchat filters, to market ourselves, to commodify our attention into a profitable product, to inhale our Smoothie King and move on without considering the love, and labor that went into those macros we crave. The world reinforces this endless consumption extremely well. At the same time, it is nowhere near as good at teaching us to listen, to prepare, to notice, and to make room at our tables and in our homes. We all know the primeval urge for quick, easy consumption, empty calories, hastily thrown together in a cheap styrofoam cup. Fast food, fast media, fast success, and mindless rotting. Scrolling on YouTube Shorts in class so much that not even an Ozempic shot can save us. We are instructed to gorge ourselves and then move on. We'll trample each other to get the free Taco Bell, and then, hunched over, wait for the white porcelain judge's verdict. But being full is not the same thing as being fulfilled. A life can be overflowing with events and media and content, and yet still lack depth, feeling empty and rather void. Maybe this is truly the deeper lesson. Life is not meant to be rushed, like attempting to skip a food truck line. It's about sitting down. It's about patience and time. It's about breaking bread with others and the accompanying conversation, friendship, laughter, listening, and forming relationships. Ultimately, it is about noticing the moment itself, the well-lit room, the set table, the people on either side of you, and the underlying care and love that made it all possible. We all can understand the difference between merely guzzling down food in a hurry and sitting down at a table where someone has deliberately made room for you. While one fills you up with calories, the other reminds you of your humanity and fills you with love. An act of reverence is the opposite of what we consume. For example, the AI fruit Love Island slop. Reverence refers to handling things with care. Your friendships, your attentions, your work, your meals, your life. For us Catholics, this is a reminder that even the smallest of acts can be done with immense love, reflecting God's limitless love. This purposeful care elevates each simple act to an ethereal plane. Nevertheless, we don't want to operate merely for spectacle or attention. We shouldn't aim for display. Instead, we should prioritize presence that builds encounter and true connection. In addition, a well-set table or place is indeed gorgeous, but not because it is staged to post on Insta or because it's perfectly performative. Instead, it's only beautiful because it signals to the person sitting there that they matter. What we devote our attention to molds us, and what we forge with care can help others feel seen. Of course, none of us have arrived at the table accidentally. We're only here through the efforts of those who have paved the way before us and prepared our place. Therefore, let us all take a moment to look at the people who laid this moment out for you. Your parents, teachers, mentors, coaches, grandparents, and friends, all those who supported you, prayed for you, cleaned up after you, gave you a late DT, and called you down to move your car. Now it is your turn to do that for the world. As we all exit this chapter at Columbus in anticipation of our new chapter elsewhere, wherever that may be, measure your life not only by your success and your achievements, but also by what you prepare, what you notice, and whom you really make room for. Setting the table is an act of hope, a way of expressing your belief that moments, people, and relationships are still worth preparing for. In this fast-paced world of endless consumption and spectacle, choose to make this world a more human place. After all, community doesn't happen by chance. Someone must set the table. Let that person be you.
Thank you so much, Antonio. All right, gentlemen, the moment that you've been waiting for. Are you ready? All right, let's do this. Having satisfactorily completed all requirements of law and standards for high school graduation as prescribed by the Board of Education of the State of Florida, and having met the standards of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, the Archdiocese of Miami, and the Marist Brothers of the Schools, each of our 481 graduates is awarded the Christopher Columbus High School Diploma. We now invite the members of the graduating class of 2026 to come forward. In order that each of our graduates receive equal recognition, we request that you hold your applause until the name for a whole roll have been called.
A diploma of graduation is conferred upon Anthony Pomar, Alejandro Garcia, Adrian Fernandez, Alexander Fernandez, Michael Osisi, Luca Bali, Brandon Pinheiro, Manuel Marin, Sebastian Lopez, Aaron Collins, Daniel Alejandro Gonzalez, Weston Zamora, Max Gonzalez, Caleb Gaskins, Alexander Marquez, Patricio del Castillo, and Antonio Santamaria. Congratulations, gentlemen. Jacob St. Aubin, Ivan Pulido, Kai Salcedo, Luis Masso, Ethan Barasola, Andre Concepcion, Gabriel Diaz, Michael Penton, Diego Andres Pradilla, Brian Besh, Manuel Torres, Federico Yaguno, Eli Sorote, Dylan Vertesh, Lucas Dragseth, Sebastian Tamargo, Alec Cruz, and Nicholas Simon. Congratulations, gentlemen. Juan Frampton, Nat Frampton, Adrian Garcia, Luciana Garcia, Esteban Torres. Sebastian Lopez Siles. Andres Felipe Vergara. Santiago Gonzalez Yanes. Anthony Calvino. Javier Bichara. Manuel Segurola. Christopher Ponce. Andres Rossi Montero. Adrian Weinstein. Andres Vidal Ibarra. John Allen. Blake Abea. And Alejandro Acosta. Congratulations, gentlemen. Brian Acosta. Kevin Aguilar. Nicholas Ahers. Ethan Allende. Sergio Alonso. Presenting Sergio's diploma is his mother, Mrs. Melissa Alonso. Adriano Alos. Andreo Alos. Gabriel Alvarez. Juan Alvarez. Maximus Alvarez. Sean Alvarez. Jacob Alvarez Drago. Andres Anez. Marco Aranegui. Javier Arguello. Esteban Armas. Alexander Aroche. Rodrigo Arangois Orbanos. Congratulations, gentlemen. Michael Aru. Alejandro Artacona. Mario Artacona. Nicholas Artisan Taligifero. Jake Benens. Jacob Barcelo. Michael Barinaga. Samuel Barrero. Ezekiel Barta. Lucas Bataya. Hayden Bauer. Fabricio Bazan. Christopher Becerro. Dominic Bermudez. Fernando Bermudez. Saul Bertolotti. Sebastian Betancourt. And Lucas Beira. Congratulations, gentlemen. Carlos Blanche. Obed Blas. Adrian Blesio. Anthony Blesio. Mauricio Borja. Ethan Borjas. Blake Barado. David Bosch. Giacomo Botteri. Adriano Boutros. Logan Boyd. Dylan Bracci. Fernando Brambilla. Sebastian Brana. Dylan Braswell. Oscar Branyan. Alejandro Broche. Congratulations, gentlemen. Jake Brousset. Nicholas Buitrago Ballesteros. Michael Burke. Alex Cabrera. Miguel Cabrera. Christian Cabrera de Grasse. Xavier Cabrera de Grasse. Nicolas Cadenas. Luis Pedro Caicedo. Dylan Cajigal. Aaron Calejo. Peter Callahan. Sebastian Canto. Antonio Cao. Rodrigo Caraballo. Juan Cardenal. Miguel Cardenas. And Anthony Cardona. Congratulations, gentlemen. Gianmarco Cardona. Mateo Caro. Joaquin Carreño. Victor Casado. Michael Castillo. Eric Castro. Julian Cazanas. Gabriel Seti. Gabriel Chamas. Giovanni Chavez. Kevin Chavez. Ignacio Chazareta. Marcos Chirol. Landon Clark. Alec Cohen LaBoy. Matthew Colina. David Condi. And Hunter Connell. Presenting the diploma to Hunter is his father, Mr. Chris Connell. Congratulations, gentlemen. Carson Cooper. Jeremiah Cooper. Dylan Cortina. Pax Cortizas. Evan Cruz. Oscar Cruz. Presenting her son Oscar's diploma is his mother, Mrs. Demi Baquero. Thomas Cruz. Rodrigo Cuadros. Maximus Davidson. Lucas Davila. Carlos de Armas. Leonardo de Paz. Nicholas de la Cruz. Lucas de la Torre. Tomas de Maria. David La Paz. Jack DeChurch. And Nicholas Del Toro. Congratulations, gentlemen. Alejandro Delgado. Andres Delgado Skull. Gunnar Dennis. Christian DePass. Anthony Dewa. Alberto Diaz. Rafael Diaz. Philip Dillon. Mario Diamante. Lucas Dominguez. Nicholas Dovales. Gustavo Duarte. Lucas Dozaldes. Adam Dunand. Diego Duque. Aiden Durden. Lucas Easley. And Noah Eastep. Noah's diploma is being presented by his mother, Diane Eastep. Congratulations, gentlemen. Diego Esteveri. Lucas Espin. Nicholas Espinosa. Ethan Exposito. Samuel Falcon. Eduardo Pania. Alfonso Fernandez. Brandon Fernandez. Eric Fernandez. Felipe Fernandez.
Congratulations.
Gabriel Fernandez. Joseph Fernandez. Lucas Fernandez Galvan. Alexander Figueroa. Raul Flores. Angelo Fonseca. And Daniel Ferrero Onofre. Congratulations, gentlemen. Aiden Foster. Lucas Franchak. Marcelo Fredes. Sebastian Fuentes. Thomas Fuentes. Dylan Figuera. Julian Gallardo. Gabriel Galvez. Alexander Gamundi. Aiden Garcia. Andrew Garcia. Anthony Garcia. Carlos Garcia. Dylan Garcia. Gabriel Garcia. Jose Garcia. And Nicholas Garcia. Congratulations, gentlemen. Roy Garcia. Ryan Garcia. Timothy Garcia. Lucas Gotti. Rainier Garrido. Eric Garzon. Alejandro Gil. Jacobo Geraldo. Jaden Glasper. Jason Goico. Julian Gomez. Gabriel Gomez Mesa. Austin Gonzalez. Christopher Gonzalez. Daniel Alberto Gonzalez. Emilio Gonzalez. And Felix Gonzalez. Congratulations, gentlemen. Jacob Gonzalez. Jorge Gonzalez. Lucas A. Gonzalez. Lucas I. Gonzalez. Marcelo Gonzalez. Mauricio Gonzalez. Michael Gonzalez. Rodolfo Gonzalez. Xavier Gonzalez. Zachary Gonzalez. Gabriel Gonzalez de Mendoza. Adrian Gonzalez Lemos. Gavin Gonzalez Quevedo. Jorge Gonzalez Teo. Jean Manuel Granda. Gabriel Grau. Marcos Grattini. And Armando Grillon. Congratulations, gentlemen. Aiden Guerra. Carlos Gutierrez. Anthony Guzman. Christopher Guzman. Nicholas Haddad. Tristan Handel. Luke Haddam. Jordan Heckler. Carlos Hernandez. Gabriel Hernandez. John Hernandez. Lucas Hernandez. Alex Hidalgo. Brandon Nguyen. Jake Ibarra. Nicholas Ibarra. Daniel Iglesias.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for everything.
and Marcel Ias. Congratulations, gentlemen. Benjamin Inguanzo. Marcellus Jackson. Jose Agustin Giacomino. Sean James. Daniel Jaramillo. Jacob Jenkins. Christian Jimenez. Michael Jimenez. Gabriel Kasabji. Andrew King. Christopher Kopak. Alejandro Laboy. Justin Lacados. Ahmad Lama. Isaac Lane. Tedrick Lee. Morgan Lewis. And Ryan Lanahe. Congratulations, gentlemen. Alexander Lopez. David Lopez. Lucas Lopez. Christian Macias. Presenting Christian's diploma is his mother, Mrs. Zulma Trujillo. Ethan Macias.
Congratulations. Well done.
Lucas Malabet. Kamari Marseillas. Alejandro Maresma. Evan Merrill. Alejandro Marin Rodriguez. Carlos Maron Alfonso. Blake Marshall. Aiden Martinez. Alcides Martinez. Evan Martinez. Rafael Martinez. Roderick Matamoros. And Nicholas Mazora. Congratulations, gentlemen. Daniel Medina. Jaden Medina. Lazaro Medina. Adrian Mireles. Ashton Malero. Alejandro Menendez. Isaac Menendez. Nicholas Merchan. Adrian Mesas. Presenting the diploma to Adrian is his mother, Mrs. Amasel Mesas. Lucas Mesas. Anthony Metka. Orlando Miguez. Andrew Milan. Gavin Miller. Alejandro Miranda. Nicholas Miranda. Luis Molina. And Diego Montero. Congratulations, gentlemen. Fernando Montoto. Santiago Montoya. Matthias Mora. Martin Moraitis. Elaine Daniel Morales. Andres Morales. Nicholas Morales. Pedro Moreno. Diego More. Rocco Muñecas. Nick Muniz. Sean Murphy. Sebastian Navarro. Mateo Naret. John Norman. Jonathan Nua. Nicholas Nunez. And Benjamin Ochoa. Congratulations, gentlemen. Gonzalo Olivero Cerda. Lucas Sonasek. Andy Ortiz.
Thank you for all these years, sir. I appreciate it.
Paquela Francisco Otalvaro. Roberta Oyarzun. Diego Pacheco. Gianluca Padilla. Devin Padron. Nicholas Pajes. Manuel Palomino. Christian Parada. Ashton Paredes. Andres Para. Sebastian Pawar. Kevin Paz. Adrian Perez.
Thank you.
And Andres Perez. Congratulations, gentlemen. Jonathan Perez. Luis Perez. Luca Perez. Marcus Perez. Michael Perez. John Paul Perez de Corcho. Ivan Perez Morel. Lucas Perez Soto. Jesus Pertiera. Jacob Phillips. Giacomo Picasso. Daniel Belarte. Julian Pina. Lucas Plasencia. Javier Ponce. Lucas Poro. Felipe Prado. And Nicholas Preto. Congratulations, gentlemen. Daniel Puig. Sebastian Pulho. Jonathan Quadreni. Andre Queiroz. Lucas Quinones. Felipe Quinones Garcia. Adrian Quinones Sordo. David Reyno. Brian Ramirez. Gabriel Ramos. Javier Ramos. Nicholas Ramos. Nicholas Timothy Ramos. Henry Raskow. Stephen Raskow. Lucas Rocio. Jake Reed. And Lucas Restrepo. Congratulations, gentlemen. Christopher Rett. Jake Rivera. Carlos Rios. Manuel Rivera. Sebastian Rivero. Brandon Rizzo. Giancarlos Rodriguez. Jaden Rodriguez. Jude Rodriguez. Jadian Rodriguez. Jake Rodriguez. Jeffrey Rodriguez. Kevin Rodriguez. Roy Rodriguez. Ruben Javier Rodriguez. Santiago Rodriguez. And Santiago Daniel Rodriguez. Congratulations, gentlemen. Andres Rodriguez Diaz. Jose Rojas. Christopher Rotbart. Vincenzo Rotono. Justin Rao. Aaron Ruiz. Lucas Russ. Presenting Lucas's diploma is his mother, Miss Lizette Russ. Matthew Russ. And equally proud, Mrs. Russ will present her son's Matthew's diploma. Michael Russo. Daniel Signs. Daniel Solinero. Max Samudio Fernandez. Elvis Sanabria. Eric Sanchez. Evan Sanchez. Nicholas Sanchez. And Rosino Sanchez. Congratulations, gentlemen. Jose Sandin. Noah Santiago. Tyler Shack. Patrick Schaefer. Jordan Sebastian. Zelko Sekulovic. Joshua Sherman. Mateo Siman. Aiden Silverio. Luke Smith. Zachary Smith. Joseph Socorro. Nicholas Solar. Gabriel Soto. Onesimus Stockton. Brandon Suarez. Sebastian Tamayo. And Brian Tejeda. Congratulations, gentlemen. Julius Purcell Telefoni. Marcelo Tabenes. Robert Isaac Tompkins. Brandon Turano. Brian Torres. Hunter Torres. Eduardo Treviso. Joseph Triana. Andy Turo. Iker Oresti. Alec Valdez. Robert Vincent Vallejo. Anthony Verona. Gabriel Verona. Joshua Vasquez. Sebastian Vasquez. Nicholas Velasco. And Carlo Velasquez. Congratulations, gentlemen. Christopher Vieira. Alexander Vigo. Simon Villamizar. Daniel Valoria. Jacob Vivolo. DeAndre Ward. William Vilkening. Jacob Iris. Anthony Yoham. Victor Zanolini. William Zayas. And Bijan Zulfar Gari. Congratulations, gentlemen.
I'm waiting for the guys to get back to their seat. They got to get back to their seat.
Yeah, right. Did you have a bad day?
As these members of the Christopher Columbus High School class of 2026 have completed all necessary conditions to be graduated, they are hereby named alumni. Gentlemen, please stand. And now, as a symbol of your transition from student to alumni, and in recognition of all you have achieved with the class of 2026, please move your tassels from the right side to the left. Then, as proud explorers, I invite you to reach for the sky and toss your cap in the air on the count of 3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, with great hope and pride, much is entrusted to you. As you venture out to lead, to serve, continue to make Jesus Christ known and loved. We kindly ask that everyone remain in your seat until the graduates have exited. God's blessing to all the graduates, and adelante.